All right, we stopped in American Revolution Museum at Yorktown to get our tickets. We are at the American Revolution Museum at Yorktown, and we decided that since it's not raining at the moment, we decided to go ahead and do the outside stuff first. Couldn't be very tall, could you?
If I sink in there, I'd be sticking out.
You curl up in a ball, yeah. Your feet would be sticking out the end, wouldn't they? Okay, why is this one larger?
There's a gentleman over there.
Yeah, why is this one larger? I noticed these are small. I saw somebody come out of this one earlier. Nice.
Kind of mildewy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's what camel smells like.
What's this?
For cigarette butts.
Okay. Can you hold that up? Open that? Or I will. There.
It's a journal.
Journal. We're getting into somebody's secret journal.
It's General Washington's journal.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I don't want to read his private, so.
There's a hat up there. I told Kurt the next hat he gets needs to be one of those. What do you think?
Okay.
Okay. What are these guys up to? Ask them. Go tap them on the shoulder. I know. Yeah, there are actual people down here. Actual people. Not cardboard cutouts like that, but there are actual people. I'm assuming these are the officers' tents, maybe. Wow, this thing keeps going on down there. Interesting.
Surgeon would set a broken bone and then secure it with a splint.
So this would be
This
like a
is used
medical
to
tent.
extract musket balls pressed against bone. So if the drill, or if the fingers and the forceps didn't work, the drill was an option. Could latch on.
They drilled into the musket ball.
Yikes.
The musket ball is made out of lead, which is soft. The steel drill enabled the surgeon to dig in, latch on, and yank it out, or at the very least break it into pieces so he could remove it with the forceps. It's called a root elevator. If the tooth broke during extraction, elevator used to pry under it and dig it out.
Again, I'm going to say yikes. All that information made my knees weak.
That made my wheeze knee.
I just said the same thing. I said all that information just made my knees weak.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Oh no, here's where we need to go.
Beans, peas, rice, vinegar, pork, beef.
Hey, he's giving samples out over here.
Mmm. Okay.
There were some civilians that were allowed to sell their items to the army. These folks are known as sutlers. A sutler can be licensed by the quartermaster to sell their items as long as the army's in that place. Usually the sutler doesn't go long distances with the army, but they're looking for an opportunity to perhaps make a little bit of extra money. So
Local.
yeah, they're local. If you have a little bit of spending money, if you're a little bit wealthier in the army, you might buy some of the very nice stuff that the sutler could be selling. It might be food and drink related, but it could be other things as well. Now, for most soldiers in the army, the good news is when you join up, you don't have to pay for your food. Most of them are getting issued a ration, again, through the quartermaster department, so these seem to be the basic elements here. Usually some combination of bread, meat, and vegetable for the soldier's ration. Sometimes it might be this much food, sometimes it was less, sometimes it was different things, but these seem to be the basic elements.
What is that?
That's salted pork.
Salted.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, either salted beef or salted pork would be most common for that meat ration. And right behind you, there's one of what would have been several company kitchens. If we take a closer look at the kitchen, you'll also see there's some cooking equipment over here. Each tent in your company is issued something called a mess kettle, like this big tin pot here. So usually, however many men there are in your tent, all their rations are going into the mess kettle, and then one man from each tent comes over here to serve as the cook. One company kitchen might have 10 or more different fire boxes around the outside. So you've got multiple different spots where the cooking could be done, and there would be several company kitchens that were dug out as part of setting up the encampment. You cook in the mid to late morning, and the soldiers probably have their main meal in the early afternoon, and they commonly called it ration stew. So most of that stuff's going to be boiled together into some kind of a soup or a stew.
all right. Would that be considered a readout?
Probably.
Okay. Because that's what we were talking about yesterday.
The spears that keep everybody out. In theory.
Right.
I always knew there was nothing flying.
Yeah, really. Nobody over here, but we can read. Oh. So right over here is where you take care of laundry. Huh.
Lower rate when you find soap.
When you find soap. So you actually have somebody here. Would this be something similar to what he was talking about with maybe with the alcohol or something? A local person that would take care of it? Thank you for not touching our chickens and cat. Oh, I would have a difficult time not touching the cat. So let's hope I don't see it.
You've been asked.
I have been asked. So this is a revolutionary era. Revolutionary. Let me start over.
You have one drink.
And that was an hour and a half ago.
Revolution.
Era.
Farm. Say it again.
No.
Revolution. Era. Farm.
Edward Moss. So was this his land, I'm assuming, then?
Yes.
Is that what it says?
I have no idea.
It's a cute little house, little farmhouse. And then we'll go in and then we'll see the outbuildings too. Okay, so there's a
I'll say
loft.
the loom
Or
kind of
upstairs
uncommon
right
for
here.
families to own. There's a lot of reasons why you would not own a loom. One, it takes up a lot of space. Two, it takes up a lot of time. Three, most people wouldn't even know how to use one. And if you did, it's probably going to be your main trade, which is not the case for this family. So most people would just buy the imported fabric that's coming over from England. However, you can imagine when the war starts, that's all going to stop. And either you will have to start making your own clothing. It's also a good way to protest as well. At least before the war, you see a lot of people
Hello.
are starting to make clothing. We don't know how often they used it, where they kept it, who in the family knew how to use it. So it's cool to see, but it's kind of misleading.
But that was warm.
The spinning wheels. Yeah, the spinning wheels, on the other hand, these are very common. So this is cotton thread, and then with that thread, you can still sew with it or knit with it. So it's still beneficial to have the string. It's bad news for everybody, but I've been wondering. I know, because they've been saying it's gonna rain all day, and I was like, "Where's the rain?"
Ooh,
Well,
it's raining, so we're kind of stuck inside for a minute or two.
He's mostly just here because we love him.
Big topic of conversation over there was the cat. So we decided to head on over here. Whoop.
So let me ask you, did you have to go outside to use your kitchen today?
Nope.
No, we went to a restaurant. Sometimes that's the best way too.
Well, actually, it was here.
Yeah, we ate it. Yeah, we ate in Yorktown.
And I mean, historic Yorktown up the street, it's just about the same as it was 250 years ago.
Really?
That's where all the shops were, the restaurants, cafes, things like that.
Huh. Well, that's where we were. That's where we came from.
Absolutely. And out here in the rural countryside, families would have places like this, homes, and it doesn't really matter if you live in home or in the town or out here in the countryside. They love these outdoor kitchens. So let's kind of explore that. Why would you want to have an outdoor kitchen?
To save your house from burning down.
Well, I have heard because of fire.
Well, it
To
has
keep
a lot
your
to do
house
with
safe.
fire. Yeah. Now you might have noticed there are fireplaces in the house.
Yes.
So it's a danger that everyone would have to live with.
Right.
With candles around, with fire places.
Could be heat too.
But yes, now you're getting to why. I mean, what is uncomfortable about a fire? It's hot.
Right.
It's going to be smoky. If you have a lot of food in a concentrated area, what else is going to be uncomfortable?
Smells.
Yeah, animals, bugs, and so oftentimes it's pretty much an adverse environment where they don't want to have it in the house, especially in the South here. Potatoes. Yep, fried potatoes.
Potatoes.
Probably be accompanied with some sort of meat, so fried bacon, sausage, things like that.
Sounds good.
And then for supper, they'd probably put a little bit more effort into it. Not for supper, but for dinner. And dinner would be some sort of multi-course meal, some side dishes, and they're trying to get everything. So meats, fruits, vegetables, starches. And what my colleague made for dinner today was a duck soup that's in our pot over here. And to keep it warm in a cast iron pot, we put on that crane so we can heat it up and get it boiling. Well, for other foods, kind of like our fried potatoes here, what they could do is they could put it in the food safe, which is that big cabinet there. You're welcome to take a peek in there if you want.
Nothing's gonna jump out at me, is it?
No, I promise. In fact, I don't know how much food we have in there. I don't
Like
think
the
anything
duck.
today.
Oh, it's got something up there.
Well, those are
Yeah, cups and stuff like that.
Looks like
Cups.
beer and grog.
So that's where the food would stay during the afternoon. So the flies and pests won't get to it.
They're trying. They are trying.
Oh yeah.
what would that be? Like a corn crib?
No, it's charcoal.
Oh, interesting. I thought it would be.
a filter.
Huh.
I'm gonna ask him.
Oh, yeah, I bet you're right. It would filter, I would think it would filter water. So once it came out here, should be
I have a question.
clean.
Is this a charcoal?
All the wood ash that they have from cooking their fires, they would dump that in here, and then they would let water pass through it. Now it's really neat that you're visiting on a rainy day because you can see it in action. You can see the water passing through, and it's
Right.
collecting in this bucket here. What's collecting in there is basically pure lye, like LYE.
Oh.
And what they could do is, yeah. And now this has been passed through water so much. It's probably not even anything, mostly water at this point. But that being said, when they're collecting their lye, they would activate it or make it usable by mixing tallow with it, the pig lard. And when that hardens, they will effectively have lye soap that they can do to wash their clothes
Right.
with, wash the walls, keep the place relatively clean. And so here on the farm, they can also make their soaps as well. I didn't know that a little bit harder to find.
Yeah, I was looking over the top of the gate, but he said we could come in. But they keep it closed because the chickens get in and eat everything.
And so I can't really leave too far from the kitchen, but I will say, as you're exploring around, you have your produce that the family would typically grow to eat, and then around the side, this is the family pharmacy. All the herbs that you see growing around the edge. They
Interesting.
can save a lot of time and money from having to go to the doctor anytime that somebody gets sick by growing some of their own medicines
Oh,
here on the
wow.
farm. Okay.
Right outside.
This is
I don't know what it is. Nobody here, but that's okay.
the garage. Repair shop.
Garage. Yeah, makes sense, I guess. There's one. Hello, sir. There's another one. There's some more. Look at them. What is?
Stick your head in there. Don't look up.
Oh my.
Might be a snake in there.
Hello, there's some in there.
No, there's more than one.
Ha ha, I said some. You're the smart ones. You're in here dry. Tobacco.
The green ones are very sticky. When we are taking suckers off of it, so fewer leaves grow bigger as opposed to lots of leaves. Our fingers are black and yellow and sticky with the
Will they use this leaf too on the other end after it's used to bind it, or does it just become
Because
binding?
this is the stem and that's a little bit harder, they're probably gonna cut it off.
Okay, interesting.
The binding is part of the inspection process.
Oh,
The tobacco barrels will go to the Port of Yorktown to be inspected. They're making sure there's no mold, mildew. The stems, it's just leaves.
Yep, that's as far as we can go. But they do have some more stuff back here. Well, we just finished up at the museum.
Finished at the museum.
I didn't do a lot of videos inside. There's a lot going on. A lot of people talking, things like that. I took some short little snippets and some photos. So I'm gonna add those right now. So,
Camera noise.
bye.
Bye.